Right guys, welcome back to the channel. New video, new car, 2009 Mini Cooper. So this is the 1.6. The reason we've got it is because it failed its MOT. Wide. Now you would have seen it in the background of the Focus video. I wasn't actually planning on doing a video on this car, but you know, in the name of the game for the channel, buy it, fix it, sell it, and all that jazz. Did have a minor dent there, which just skimmed over, which will get finished off in the video. Just going to give it a quick wash off, chuck some snow foam on it because it's a bit green around the edges. Wash the engine bay out as we do, and then I'll do an explanation of what else we've got to do to it. So let's get on washing it. So now we're washed off, looks a bit better already. So on this one we've got some scratches. Now these are only light scratches, they're not deep at all, so we'll probably wet sand them out, polish them up. Bodywork wise, it's a fairly tidy car. As we said, the bit on the back there to sort out. Now the engine work on this car, we see this typical of this engine. I mean, this one's done just under 98,000. So we've got an engine management light. When you turn the car on, you've got the red service vehicle light, and basically I've left it running to see if we can see. There you go. As you can see, it's a fair bit of smoke. So from experience working on this engine before, it'll be the valve stem, oil seals, the engine management light. Well, we'll put the diagnostics on it shortly, and I dare say that the engine management's going to come up saying something about the camshafts, like the Vanos pulleys and the oil control. So we'll get it on the ramp, have a look, put the diagnostics on it, see what it says, and then we'll start stripping the engine down, because, well, we've got to take the head off to do the valve stem, oil seals, do new head gasket, new timing chain kit as well. So let's get it on the ramp, crack on. So to get to this bit, obviously time lapse you can't really see too much. Now I had to leave the headlights in because these bolts just here on both sides are just spinning in the holes, so I don't want to break them to get them out, so I'll just work around them. So I've got to take off the inlet manifold, and the throttle body. Now to get the manifold off, I do have to take the throttle body off, which is a bit of a pain because there's a bolt just there which you can't get to. I don't really think there's too much more to do at the top. Manifold off, inlet manifold off, wiring's out the way, got the thermostat housing to take off, and we'll just undo the exhaust and drop that back away. Then we're on to timing it up, cams off, cam pulleys off, sorry, engine mount off. So we'll head underneath it and get the waters drained out, oil drained out, and so on and so on. So just a break from the time lapse. I know this one's a bit time lapse heavy, but obviously trying to record doing all of this kind of work would just be a really long video. So where am I at? Right, so I've taken all the throttle body out. You would have seen on time lapse that I've drained the oil and fluids out. We've taken all the bolts out of the inlet manifold, so that's now loose and away. Bolts are out the fuel rail, same for the exhaust manifold. We'll just get that pulled out of the way. Let's see if I can put it on the stand. That's it. Right. So that's moved away enough that I can get clearance now to do it. I've taken the bolt out of the... Oh, sorry, let me have it now, look. So the dipstick bracket, because the dipstick runs through the timing chain, one of the guides. So if you try and lift it out, you'll bend it. So what's left for me to do? I've just got to take this out. Might as well pull this fuel rail up. See if we can ease this out gently. Out nicely. Sit that back out of the way. So all I've got left to do at the top end now is auxiliary belt off, engine mount off, and we need to undo the thermostat housing, which you might have seen other people do videos to talk about a little clip with a light. There's a little clip that goes onto the pipe, and that's that silver one there. Now from this position it's quite easy to get to. As you can imagine, with the inlet manifold in place, they can be a nightmare. But we'll get that pulled out, get the thermostat housing off, and carry on. Right guys, final bits to do. So I've got it timed off. Now I don't need to time it up to take it off. I've literally put the timing kit on so that we can undo these Vanos pulleys. So everything's off now, manifold's off, thermostat's off, exhaust's off. We've got the crank bolt out ready to come out. The two bolts that hold in the tensioners are ready to come out as well. So I won't time lapse this bit. We've just got the final few bolts to undo, pulleys to take off, and then we can lift the head out, and that'll about wrap up this video. So just trying to get the best settings there. Now obviously being new to this game, it's a bit difficult trying to find the balance for time lapse to work and so on and so on. As when you're doing quite an in-depth job like this, it's quite difficult to time lapse it because obviously it takes a few hours to get to this point. So I mean, I'll let you guys tell me. You tell me what you want to see. I'm sure everybody will comment on it. Let me know. Let's put a light. And the scary part working on this engine is that the tensioner for the chain, this bit, was actually only in finger tight, which was scary because all sorts of damage could have been done if that had come out. So, where am I at? Let's take these pulleys off. Chain from dropping. Just take them last few bolts out the bottom. Just caught a little plastic just under there. One more. That should release the chain. That bit. Take my timing back off. Today's been a bit of a stressful day, trying to film this for you guys to watch and do the work, the normal work that we've got in, because Tyrone's been off today, he's not been very well. He's got this bad cold flu-like thing that's going around at the minute. So that's not how it matters. But it's a bit later in the day, the video's going to go out a bit later than I would have liked it to, but at least it will be, at least part one will be done today anyway. Right, that's for your bolts on the head. Somewhere. A bit of wiring to go. Right. Let's get these bolts undone. These are always good. Try not to lose the knuckles on this. They're all cracked off. Just whiz them all out. Right, that's all our bolts. They go in the bin because we've got new ones to put in it. Just the stretch bolts. My video stopped recording, just was taking the last bolts out there. Nothing else has been done since then. We literally just lifted them bolts out you saw me taking out with a magnet. Now I should be free. There's nothing else holding us in. So it's a bit of a, that's good. Right. That's it, we're away. Gasket out, and we're there. Right, and that's it. We're there, heads off. In the next one I'll get to stripping that down, because the valve stem oil seals are inside here. So we're going to take off the cams, the cam followers, the springs and the collars, one not to remove the springs. We also need to take off the valve lift system, which is a bit of a pain in the backside on these, but anyway, I'll get that all covered in the next video. So I'm going to leave that one here for today. It's been a fairly long day today, to be fair, and I'm absolutely shattered. Looking forward to getting home tonight. So I'll leave it there. In the next video, I'll get the engine stripped down, get them valve seals done, and we'll get to rebuilding it, new head gasket, timing chain, so on and so on. So that's it really, that's all I can say. If you've liked the video, please give us a like, share it about, subscribe to the channel. If you haven't already, go back and watch our first video with the Focus. And that's it. So catch you in the next one.